Like every time we have to adjust what we're doing, innit? To check on the mic, little.
Have to get these things.
Are
Do
you
you know what this is?
anything up?
No, I'm not. Do you know why? Do you know why? Yeah? Do you know what I do? Because you know what, I like to fiddle in it. I'm always fiddling with stuff.
Yeah.
I watched the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay, yeah.
And I realised that's what he does. He does this, and he's not actually doing nothing.
Oh,
he's just doing it because he
it.
has to fiddle with stuff, innit?
Okay.
So instead of fiddling with stuff, I just go like this and pretend like I'm. Do you know what I mean?
And you're actually doing something.
I'm actually doing nothing.
When we got an engineer
That's a
that
fact.
comes and sets all this up for us.
Frank, sorry, Frank.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, good, yeah? All right.
Sound good? All right, mic check. 1, 2. Big man.
Yes.
Random.
Mm-hmm.
No shots fired. How many kids you got?
What do you mean no shots fired?
I'm just asking.
Are we talking how many kids I father or how many kids I got?
How many do you claim?
So, a solid 3.
Solid 3.
Yeah. Solid,
That's dope. That's solid. I got 2 kids.
Okay.
I got 2 kids that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's you father 2 children. Nice.
Heard of Al Pacino?
I have heard of Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Heard of Robert De Niro?
I have heard of Mr. De Niro, yes.
Al Pacino, 83. Robert De Niro, 79. They have
good ages.
They have just had a kid.
Do you know what though? I might find that hard to believe.
Well, hard to believe that it's theirs, or that they conceived naturally.
Oh, quick question. I don't know if you know. How old's the mothers?
So Al Pacino, I think, has got like a kid, got a wife who's like 30.
My guy.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I think the other one's probably around the same age.
Okay, so they're both obviously not as old as
real young
Jeez.
chicks.
So we're saying 79 and 83. Did you
83, yeah, 83. So my question is, bro, we've all got a plethora of friends, maybe, that may have kids.
Yes.
Maybe some are even expecting. I don't know.
Yes, some are, yes.
Is there ever a time where you should be encouraging a friend to get a vasectomy? Big man too, yeah.
Why?
Snip, yeah. Is there ever a time where you should just be like, yo, brother,
it's time to stop.
come on, man. That's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
But are we talking male and female? Or just males?
Just males.
Just males.
Oh, that's a good point. We can, I don't know what the female equivalent is called, but like removing the
It's
womb.
the same, isn't it? And it called...
I don't think it's called a vasectomy.
And it called a female vasectomy.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
I thought, well, may not, but okay. Because remember, it's not just man them that out here. Just obviously man that out here but some girls are just firing out kids.
Yeah, facts. Are you familiar with the red pill? Like the manosphere?
Oh, something you've put in. I've seen you put like a video or a...
Okay.
Okay. Explain though.
So
Elaborate.
there's a guy called, what, about the red pill or just...
Well, how this connects to what we're talking about.
Yeah, perfect. So, in the manosphere, there's a guy called Rollo Tomassi, I think, or Tomasi.
Okay.
He's got a book out called The Rational Male. Interesting read. Basically, he put out a tweet recently that said, one of the top 8 things that you should do to be a really high-valued, successful man is, one of the things should be is get a vasectomy.
Okay.
And stay away from or run from family creation. So if you don't know the red pill, there's an idea of the red pill, blue pill matrix.
Yeah.
Idea,
So I know that side.
That there is a uniqueness to male and female dynamics and relations. If you're red pill, that means that you're for being a man and a real man, alpha, high valued man. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, like Andrew Tate-esque kind of vibes.
Yeah.
If you're blue pill, you're kind of like beta. You're kind of running with the narrative that whatever a female wants is a female's world. Like, we've got to position ourselves appropriately and
okay,
blah blah blah. Anyway, back to this. He talks about if you want to be a high valued man, you've got to have a vasectomy or stay away from family creation. My thoughts is, how many people, maybe percentage wise, I don't know how we can word it, how many men specifically, then we can talk about women, are in a worser position because they didn't strap up, because they had a child maybe out of wedlock, or maybe they had a child out of a relationship or a one night stand, or just a randomly. Do you think people are, would you encourage people, in light of those people have made mistakes and life may not be the way it should be, to get a vasectomy?
No.
Nah, that's the end of the episode.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. I think, like, for me, in honesty, what a vasectomy means to me is you're at the end of your creating family life. Not you've not even started and you don't want to. Like, it's you got to that stage. Like, you may just have one child, or you may have 15. I was gonna put the finger, the Ninja Man. Have you seen the Ninja Man video where he's like, me have 23 children, 20 baby mother. Real bad man. Like, you know, like, you may get to a stage where you're at, you've got the amount of kids that you want, or that you're happy with, or financially you can support. At that time, I would say, you know what, make your decision if that's what you want. I would never encourage someone that's got no children and wants to be an alpha male to cut that straight away. Like, I think for me, family is such a massive thing. Legacy is such a massive thing that why would you may not even find someone to have children with.
But it's the potential, isn't it?
Yeah, but why would you, like, hinder your chances? Because obviously they could be reversed, innit? You can get them reversed.
You can get reversed.
It's probably a bit
It's not very likely. Yeah, it's not very high likely. But
I don't understand why initially, like, unless you're... But then if you're really against it, then you could do other things. Like, strap up, like you said. So, no. Me, personally, I would never encourage someone at the start of their journey.
So, we don't do research here necessarily, but I don't think legally you're allowed to get a vasectomy until you're 30. Okay. If you haven't had children.
Is that?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
So, I've heard something like that before.
Yeah. And I know people who's under the age of 30 who's had a vasectomy because they've had kids and they're like, yep, that's enough for me.
I'm done.
They've had 2 kids and like, right, cool, that's enough. And shout out to them, innit? Whatever decision you make is whatever decision you make.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the thing with me. I'm like, that is such a big decision.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, today you're in love. You're in the love. You got your love of your life. You've had a kid with them, and you think, yep, she only wants one. I'm happy with just having one. Let me get a snip. Yeah, because you think like everything's perfect, and then 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, you see her like pictures of me and her like doing madness. Yeah, I'm joking.
Sorry, we don't bring personal. We don't bring personal situations.
I'm joking. But like, you're in love, and then all of a sudden 2 years later you're not in love.
Yeah, and
you've got the snip. Like, maybe you find somebody else, and you can't create again. Do you know what I mean? The likelihood of you getting it reversed and all that stuff. So I side with you in a sense of I think that I would never say that anyone should get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's got 12 kids?
Something mad.
So, like 6 or 7 baby mothers. Why, he's got money though.
Yeah, and
so
you know what? I think finances play a massive part in obviously thinking about it. Like, if you know that right now you're struggling with 2 kids and, you know, you're barely making ends meet, then maybe paying. How much is it?
What's up?
Vasectomy.
I think it's NHS. I think it's NHS. No, I think you can get it on NHS.
You don't get no NHS.
What, private, is it?
It's private. You can't just go there and say, I'm done with kids. No, I think it's private.
No, is it?
There's not a lot that's NHS unless it's like life-threatening. Like, there's not a lot of stuff you get on NHS, like those kind of surgeries.
Okay, yeah.
But say it's 800 quid.
Yeah.
In the long run, that 800 quid is going to go much longer than 18 years.
Yeah, facts.
So, you know, it may be at that time you make that decision because you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm still out here. I'm still active. But I financially cannot support another child. Or you just can't cope mental health wise. You know, you're at the end of your tether and you're like, you know what? These kids are enough. I can't deal with no more. And at that time you say, cool.
Yeah.
It's snip time.
That's respectable. I could never do a surgery like that.
No?
That's too... Nah, man.
You're saying you haven't got enough to lose. Just thinking that's
I can't afford a slip. You know what I mean? On surgery, you can't sneeze. Right, till he sneezed. It's done. It's done. No, I couldn't do that to you. I couldn't do that to you. That's too crazy. Shout out to modern science, but that's just something I just don't think it's...
No, it's so... In your future, you don't see You don't foresee yourself.
No, ever. No.
Never.
No. But at one point I did.
Okay.
At one point I was like, yeah, I'm happy, man. Maybe, yeah, I'm good. Maybe this is it. Maybe
So that was like you at the end of your journey.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, that's it. This is where I'm gonna be. This
Okay, that's interesting because I said obviously I would never encourage it unless you feel that you're there. You felt that, now you're over that.
Yeah, I'm
like
glad
that may have been a massive mistake.
That would have been the hugest mistake. And it was just a thought, but it was a thought that lingered.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think everyone has them. I think my thought's still there lingering.
yeah.
You know what? I need to see someone go through it close to me, personal first.
Yeah.
For me to be like, okay.
To be fair, there was a manager where I used to work. He had it. He was happy with it. A guy where I used to work previously, literally like a couple of years ago, he was talking about it. He had 2 kids, and he was like, yeah, and he was mad young.
Okay.
He was mad young. He's like, no, Dean, I'm getting a snip. Nope, it don't matter. I don't care. I was like, okay, brother, do your thing, innit?
So do you think like that's like the final
boss?
Yeah, that's the fight. Like that's
game's over. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Because you're thinking like there's a lot of other things you could do, whether it's the male or whether it's the female. There's a lot of precautions you can take
100%.
that go on forever. Like stuff you can constantly do. Like to actually have a vasectomy means I'm done. Like that's final then. Yeah. But I know you can still, what's the chances? 0.1 or something stupid like that?
I'm sure the chances like lower over time. Yeah. But you don't go into, everyone that gets a vasectomy, the doctor or whoever you're conversing with will tell you don't expect to reverse it. You don't go into a vasectomy hoping to reverse it in a few years' time. That's not what you do it for.
Yeah, of course.
But man, that's not something I'd do, and that's something I'd encourage. Just because life looks totally different. And the fact is, big man, if I win the Euro Millions...
Oh, you're ready to the...
Only proceeds getting bust out.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
You got the finance.
Yeah, that's a fact. I ain't even...
So, talking back to your first initial opener. So, these guys were, 79 and 83?
83, yeah.
If they've managed to have these kids, which, that's up for debate. The fact that they're rich, do you think it's kind of just okay for them? Like, do you feel they're both millionaires or multi-millionaires? Is it just like, wow, they could be 34 and have those kids, and the kids probably would spend less time with them if they were younger because they'd be busier working or they'd be off. The actors, they might be, now that they're a bit older, they might actually spend whatever time they have left with their children.
Yeah, I wouldn't encourage it, but... And again, it's different because of finances. Because I'm assuming they've got the finances, they've got a nanny, they've got people that can take care of the child. I think having a child is way more than merely financially securing them.
Yeah, 100%.
Obviously, it's a very important part, and that's why when I said like if I was a multi-millionaire, then I'd have loads more kids. Yeah, non-stop. Not non-stop.
I said non-stop.
Not non-stop, but
We say some ninja man thing.
Yeah, facts,
really
facts. But a child needs more than just money.
No, 100%.
So, yeah. So those are the things that people have to think about. Can I mentally, like you were saying earlier, can I mentally have another child? Yeah. Am I there for the child enough? Am I, do you know what I mean, financially secure? And there's a plethora of other things that you may need to think about. So shout out to Al Pacino. Shout out to the other geezer. What did I say his name was?
Robert De
Niro. And then they're big ages though. That's what I'm saying. And you can't risk it at that age, I guess, getting a snip at that age because you think them.
Yeah, but it wasn't even them, no. That's what I'm saying. Big man, 83.
No comment, brother. What do you mean? What? Man can't run that?
Can they? I don't know.
Legs can't run. Legs can't run, man. Legs can't turn. What happens? It trickles.
No, it just poofs. It just dust. Yeah, it just comes out like smoke. Why don't it just come out like smoke?
No, but I hear it. Shout out to those guys. I would have thought. Anyway, wow.
And I assume they both have children already.
Yeah, they probably from previous marriages,
40, 50-year-olds. Yeah. Like that are granddads.
100%.
Like they could be double granddads, great granddads now having children.
Yeah.
How old's the oldest man? He was old, innit? Like when he in his 90s.
With what?
That had a child.
Oh yeah. It was some random country, innit?
Yeah, like India or one of them countries, and he was like, 92 or something like that, and he fathered his like 64th child.
Yeah.
Living. There's no way that brother knows
Do your thing,
his children.
Well,
No
by name.
way. Not
By
64 children.
Man's walking past them just.
You know,
for
like
a
now,
random-
like
random
obviously you
neighbour.
got two. You call them by the names. Well, I do it sometimes, where you call them each other's names by
Yeah,
accident.
yeah.
You know, you're saying something and you.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine 64.
That's the 64 mistakes. That's the
Imagine
64 mistakes,
64 children. And plus, on top of that, now he's in his 90s, so he's probably a great granddad.
Yeah. But
So-
to be fair, everyone's claiming that he's their dad, and he's just
True.
like, right, yeah, maybe. I ain't got a clue. Yeah.
Going off this actually a little bit differently.
Yeah, go on.
Did you ever see the documentary on the doctor that worked in the sperm bank?
Oh, I heard about it.
Yo, that
I heard
documentary
about
was
that.
mad.
Was that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard about that one. Yeah. And then all of the children are
They
finding
just
each
start
other,
popping up all over the place.
and they look alike.
But the thing, they look, because he's their dad. So I know this is different, but we're all the same. Because like the one thing I didn't understand, and I'm starting to like see through a lot of things now, and I don't know if it's like empathy. If I know I lack empathy, and maybe that's what it is. But like they went to a sperm bank because obviously for whatever reason they got pregnant and they had a kid. That was their aim. All they selected from that father was a profile. So they had a 1-page profile. This is the dad. The dad has nothing to do with the child.
Yeah.
Like it's signed off. It's like the dad doesn't want to know the child. Like there's nothing to do. Does it really matter who the sperm donor is? Because you've got your outcome of having that child now.
Yeah.
And even more than that, if that child actually wants to see who their father is,
Yeah.
they've been able to find him. Obviously, if it's a random sperm donor, unless the sperm donor comes out and says, yes, I'm happy for my documents to go live, or or it to be knowledgeable, that you may never know forever. I don't know, man. That's the things I was thinking watching it.
Techie, innit? That's a bit.
Like, what do you think? What? Because I don't know if I'm reading it wrong. Because I saw them all on there crying.
No, it's different.
I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
but the difference being is if you wanted a sperm from a person who's successful, you're assuming that success is attached to his DNA. So if that person,
really though?
if he's got PhD, if he's got a doctor, yeah, because you can have medical issues, innit? You can have somebody
that's
who's
the
got
problem,
Yeah, is this person? I want this person to be healthy. This kind of educational system, so it looks like their DNA is good. Their seed can swim.
Okay.
And if the seed can't swim, it's just then it might not have good DNA. So respectfully, I get it. Like they want that seed to be pure and healthy.
But what I'm saying is,
They got a child.
They got the child, and the child is successful, or the child is living
healthy,
the
at least.
life.
Yeah.
You know, if I guess, like you said, if there's no hereditary, like illnesses, or you know, like diabetes or this or that. If you pick stuff up like that, then yeah, I get that.
And superficially speaking, like if both parents were had black hair,
Yeah.
they wanted a child with black hair, then that makes sense.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If they were both light skinned and they want a child that looks to some extent kind of resembles
Yeah,
their,
so the child's
sort
not
of
going to be
things.
questioned.
Yeah.
I get that,
Do you know what
but I just don't know, man. Like, I get it. I hear it. Like, this brother had like 23 kids.
Yeah, but it's good because the outcome was good.
Yeah.
If the guy had a debilitating disease or something that that was going to travel with the sperm, with DNA, then that would be a big issue.
No, 100%.
But because he's a healthy kids, and I guess okay, what's the issue in it?
I think they all did have something. Like, there was like it wasn't like something like deep, but they all had like
an extra finger or something.
No. But they all had like a little, like an asthma or something like that. You know, like they all had like an asthma.
Like a light asthma. All right.
Like something like that. I can't remember because it come out like a couple of years ago. It was just because we was talking about fathering kids, and I thought this guy really.
Yeah.
But they were like trying to get him done for rape, innit? Statutory rape and what? Because he put his
Legal
inside them without their knowledge. Like his,
I hear it.
you know, even though that was his job, but it wasn't his job to put his sperm inside them. Mad conversation.
And I get it. Some sports people might want to get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
They keep getting trapped.
Yeah.
And get me, celebrity people in general. But for me and mine, nah, man.
I think I just don't know if we're at a place where we should be just stopping the flow.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, right now, like, I'm happy and I'm content and I'm there. Like, I don't see myself with any more children.
Yeah. But
am I willing to take that? Sometimes, Big Man, you just want to just take a lucky dip, you know? You
Really?
just don't know sometimes. Sometimes it's a lucky dip. In 9 months, you just might be like, oh, D's. I know a couple of man that have made lucky dips
just
in
be
the
like,
past couple of years.
That's just,
I know a couple of man that done a lucky dip.
Man just rolling the dice on this one, yeah? Okay.
Listen.
Right.
Hey, any man that you speak to that's done that, that's what they've done. Like, there's no one that could come and say...
In that moment, they were just like, F it. Just
there's
whatever.
no one that could come and say, I didn't know the risk. Unless you know them ones that... No. Unless the girl said to you, I'm on this or I can't have kids or... You know, unless there was like a statement made.
Yeah. But even though you can't trust those statements.
No, you can't. So even then, that's 50-50. But I'm saying any man that's took a lucky dip.
Man can't be Russian roulette at you for the seeds, you know.
People are though.
And I'm taking a big risk, you know.
A big risk.
Shout out to you people though. Shout out to you people. I hear it.
Yeah, I mean that risk is not for me.
It's different if you're in an 11 relationship.
Yeah.
So if you're just on a random one, that's what I'm saying. You can't just be.
My whole thing on this is if you're at the end of your journey.
Okay.
That's when for me I'd consider it.
Okay.
But then if you are someone that's just out here taking lucky dips and you don't really see yourself as a family man, or you've got a couple kids and you're newly single,
yeah,
like, is that a time to do it then? Because like you said, you may have a conversation and they may say, nope, I'm on this, or I can't have children, or blah. But you don't actually know the truth. And you know, for man, in that moment, the condom staying on, probably not. You know? All you need is nah, I'm not really sure. Boom, it's gone. Dite. A little bit of dite. It's gone.
Dite,
yeah, just a little dite about that. It's gone. So maybe it's responsible of someone to have it done.
Could be,
maybe we're looking at this differently. No, maybe like you said, maybe the blue pill or the red pill theory.
I would never encourage anybody.
No, I would never encourage it. But
I hear it. If people have come to their own decision and they said, "Look, well, this is what I've done," I'll be like, "Yo, brother, I hear it." Shout out to you, innit?
Would you try to disencourage? Is that even a word? Disencourage.
Yeah, if they're young, I would be disencouraged. I would be discouraging every single human being.
Listen, they'll be coming to you with maintenance checks. Yo, remember when you said to me?
You told me, brother.
£800. I was out, got it clear. You told me, wait, now you look at this. Yeah, I'll pay a $450 a month. This is on you. We're going half. On this. This is our kid.
I hear it though. I hear it.
This is our child. You know that was. No, we're laughing about it, but it's a serious.
If anyone has had a vasectomy,
yeah,
like comment below if they're okay with coming out about it, because I'd love to hear the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, I don't want to say if like you've done that and there's been complications, whether that is you've had it young and you've met someone and now you can't have kids, or the thing just don't turn up no more. That's the only thing I can think about.
The scaring.
Yeah, I just don't think that. I just feel like just one wrong snip, you know, and it's just boop.
No, I can't do that.
No?
That's much, man. I would never risk that.
No?
I never risk that.
Okay. Well, you said you'd never get the job, and look what happened.
Don't equate it, brother. They're totally different things, though. But I hear it, ladies and gentlemen. My seed's still good, all right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Listen, the job might have killed off the job might have killed off the sows anyway.
The truth is, I've not had a kid since. So...
And what? And you've been taking some lucky dips? You've been skinny dipping?
No.
I've been skinny
my
dipping.
butt is closed on now. My monkey's is closed on.
Okay, no skinny dip. Okay. People, we are the broken generation. I believe this is episode 37.
We're getting it.
In the same week as 36. We're advanced.
No, we're doing it, brother. We're doing
Do you reckon we should try and keep ahead now?
Yeah, why for that? Yeah, we talk about head, bro.
Keep ahead.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ahead. That's a word.
Okay. I'll let you slide.
You can't separate words.
It's calm. I hear it. Keep head in the bag, yeah? I hear it.
Your wife. That joke. People, we are the broken generation. And we are 8.